Where are you going? He was looking over there in my closet, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. But as soon as I came over here, Flick came running in like, oh, you're going to make a video? I want to be in your video. But now he's gone over here, and I don't know why he's gone over here. Where are you going to go now? Huh? So my cat jumps up there today. They like to jump up on this painting. This is a painting of my father's that I just keep here in the room. And those things are also paintings that we've folded up for now because they're just too huge. And so he's up here, and I go over there to pet him, and there's this box. Now, I've covered the tops. I don't want you to see it. Now, the Battle of Baden Pass, I knew that was there. And I think I've shown that on a previous video. So I could go through this again. I've got all the stuff here, all the materials that come with it. Here, let me set this up a little better. This is very, very cool. A letter from the Crab Clan champion, and a letter from the Dragon Clan champion, and then you've got the rule book and how to do this battle with just 2 decks. Very, very cool. And then you have this other rule book. This is all a box set. Man, if card games, these guys were so smart when they created this. It's a shame that card games won't make stuff like this today, or maybe some still do. I don't know. I know Magic used to do a lot of cool stuff. So then you have this, which I guess is just a flyer. And then you have, no, this is more than, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff here. Anvil of Despair. This is just cool stuff. And then you have the 2 decks in the box. That's it. And these decks are really, really cool. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just show you these decks before I get into this box, because I said to myself, there can't possibly be cards in this box, right? So I go like this, and I stick my hand in it, and I feel cards. I'm like, oh my God, what has been in my closet all this time? And yeah, there's cards. There's some Wyvern cards, and there's a bunch of newer L5R cards, things like from the Spirit Wars and things like that. But here's the Crab Clan for the 2 decks, and I'm just going to briefly go through them. Cool looking cards. I'm glad this was still in here, because I do have a loose one, and I didn't remember if I had pulled it out of this deck. I don't even think I've ever played this. There's the big old Crab Clan champion. I don't know if I ever played, because these cards barely have been handled. They haven't been handled much. That guy's worth some money, but nothing huge. But I'm probably going to keep this, because if I can just get a couple of my friends to play this game, this is a wonderful game that we can play. We can experience the battle at Baden Pass, and it would be really cool to play this, especially with all this stuff that we have to read and the letters. It's like you've got a mission you have got to get accomplished here. So, it's just a good set of cards. They've created 2 really interesting decks, Cold Assassin and Explosive. Those are expensive, but they're in here. I love that card. Summon a Dead Champion. That is just so cool looking. I love that card. Okay, anything else? The Corrupted Ground. That's funny, because that's only for Shadowlands. That's in my Shadowlands deck. And then another Ancestral Sword of the Crab, but that's okay. I'll keep it. And that's worth some money. And somebody was just asking me about these. Well, I'm going to keep it in this deck if you see this video, because he's looking for Lesser Oni. And all 5 rings are in these decks. 2 are in this deck, and I think the other 3 in the other deck, which is an odd thing. So all 5 are here, but 2 in one and 3 in the other. And Blood of Midnight's a cool card. Ring of the Void. So there's 2 rings. So then we go to the Dragon Clan, and it's got one of my favorite cards in this deck. And see if you can guess which one it is. I'll just go right by it and let you know when I went by it, and then I'll go back. That's a cool card. I really liked him. Then we've got Diani. He's neat. This, I hadn't seen this one in a lot. I don't even remember this card. I'm like, ooh, that's interesting looking. All right. So then we got all those. Very cool. These are all really nice looking cards too. Very neat. I like Isha. All right. So we just passed it. There's Toturi. And yeah, that's one of my favorite cards. Probably my favorite dragon. This or Dragon of Thunder. Maybe Dragon of the Void is the best. I don't really know. What is the best? Is it Dragon of the Void that's the best? Or is it Thunder? Or is it this guy with his crazy ranged attack abilities? Yeah, bow for a ranged 10 attack. Take that. That's just awesome. It's only like a $2 or $3 card, though. It's not worth a ton of money. And this is an event I don't remember. Is this one worth any money? I'm guessing it's not, but it's a neat. I like the event. It's pretty cool. I love that card. I just love the look of that card. Very, very neat. Never quite understood the point of this one. Is this really worth playing? Careful planning. Anyone in the comments? We never played it. It just didn't seem like a good enough. Why play that when you can play Superior Tactics or I don't know, Charge. I was looking for Charge. Like this spell I get, but really, why would anyone other than a dragon player play it? I guess in a basic game, it's still worth playing. Torrential Rain is cool. Spearmen are perfectly fine to play. The rings are cool. That's cool. I think that's a good terrain to play. Don't remember about Crystal Arrow. Obviously, Ajatsu Duel and Trapping Terrain. These are all, you play them. This is fine. I mean, it's, the 3F bonus. So it's the opposite of Charge. It works on defense. That's a good spell. Obviously, the armor is cool. The infantry are good. There's Charge. Block Supply Lines is great. Crystal Katana, I don't remember if that's worth playing. Is it an anti-Shadowlands card, maybe? Oath of Fealty, I never really played that. Is it worth playing? I don't know. Tomb of Jade. I was like, ooh, that looks very, very cool. And Jade is, apparently, all Jade is anti-Shadowlands, it appears, which is really neat. Wounded in Battle, I forget what that does. Archers is cool. So, it's neat. And this whole box set, the fact that they made this, I remember, I think it got really good reviews when it first came out, which is why I bought it, because I heard it was good. So, look what's on the top. First of all, that's why I covered it up. Look at this. What the? Did I do this? I said, I must have done this because who else would have done this? But I don't know why I did it, or I don't remember. I don't remember where that came from. So I was like, okay. But I'm not like overly excited about these. I mean, I was excited, but it's mostly Spirit Wars. As you can see, these are all, well, not mostly, because these are a whole bunch of other things. And I think this was back from when I was selling on eBay, because I wrote here, lot number 8, 57 cards, Rattlings. Lot number 5, 42 Mantis. Lot number 6, 40 cards, Monk. So I think these were lots that I had made, and I was selling cards on eBay. I made 50-50 L5R decks because I had all these cards. I forget how I ended up with all these cards. If I purchased like a big collection on eBay, I might have done that. I don't remember. But I remember selling 50-50 decks, and the whole point of that was this way you can take the cards and take out what you want, and I thought it was a unique idea, and people actually liked that I did that. Now the decks didn't go for a lot of money, unless of course there were certain cards in the decks that were worth money, and then I was like, oh wow, those are getting bids. I wonder why. Like, well, that card's worth like $10, $15. That's why. But there's also 2 Wyvern decks in here. And I'm like, why are these in here? And there's some loose cards in here. So I opened this, and it's really tight, which means there's more cards in here than normal. So I was like, okay, so let's look. I'm going to show you the Wyvern first, and then we'll get into the L5R. And if you've never played Wyvern, you should check out Wyvern. Wyvern is a really fun game. So right off the bat, I see a rare. This is one of the big bad dragons who are immune to dragon slayers. Very cool. Yellow. There's red, yellow, black, blue. Blue's the best. And then I'm like, okay, these are normal. These are just your regular cards. Ceto's pretty good. You know, nothing great. Got the two nice flyers here. Wyvern. So this is no big deal. Cliff is nice. Wall is nice. Swamp Hole. So, you know, nothing great. I don't remember what's in here because I've already looked at these. I already looked through all of this. I have not looked through these yet. I've yet to look at these. I've looked at this group right here. I just wanted to see it, and I'm like, okay, I've got to make this video. So these are all fine. This looks like a pretty good deck for a basic starter deck. It looks like I've assembled it somewhat, like I made it. And I was like, there should be a second rare, because in a starter deck there's 2 rares, and there's your second rare. But it looks like there's none of the cards that I would normally see in these starter decks that you really don't, that I would pull out. Like, well, there's one. Probably wouldn't play Zeus. But overall, there's a lot of good cards like Marduk and Magical Sword. Help is good. Possession Spell's good. This isn't. Not even sure why it's in here. If I manipulated this deck, I'm not sure why some of these cards are here. But regardless, it was interesting to see that. But hold on. Then the last card in this deck was Pan, which is a Phoenix card. I'm like, well, why was Pan in this deck? So I pulled it out because I'm like, oh, I'm going to put that with my Phoenix cards that I'm giving away. And there it is. And also in these loose cards was some Chameleon cards. Teuton, Albrecht, Mental Domination, Overgrown Monument, and then Phoenix, Pandora. And I was like, what the heck? So I'm going to add these to the cards that I'm giving away. And now I'm going to show you this deck. And I forget. Now, wait, is this the one I just opened? Yeah, that's the one I just opened. Let me flip that around. Okay. And I was like, oh, wait a second. I don't remember if I've gone through all of this. So let's look at this. Crevice is a pretty good card. Vines is pretty good. So 3 Vines. So this is clearly not a starter deck because I believe those are uncommon. Pit, uncommon, 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 uncommon. I think that's uncommon. Frozen. So lots of killer terrains. I'm like, what is this deck? I don't even know. So then I'm looking at these. These are all basics. Nothing special there. That's probably the best one. I think that's uncommon. Okay. Wait. Wait, hold, what? I've got interceptors in here. I have enough interceptors now, but now I just got 4 Appinicus. So these, I believe, are all uncommon from Phoenix. I don't know if I'm going to give these away or if I'm going to keep them. I'm going to think about it. So then I have Seahorse. I'm like, oh, wow. So we've got Appinicus and we've got Seahorse. We don't have any Ape. I was like, come on, there should be Ape. Ape is the free one. So Seahorse is the 2 gold one. So we've got 4 Seahorse. And then we've got Lynx. Okay, so you know what's coming, right? 2, 3, 4 Lynx. And we've got Phoenix. For those of you who don't know, Phoenix goes for at least $50. 1, 2. Okay, just 2. So this was an interceptor deck that I built, and I had 2 Phoenix cards in here that are worth $50 to $100 each. And they're in really good shape because they've just been sitting here. These things are not worn. There's barely any wear on them at all. There's a little tiny right there. So these are phenomenal. I know someone that's going to want to possibly buy them from me. I think I'm going to sell them, but I don't know. I don't sell on eBay because I got tired of eBay. So then we've got golden apples. I'm like, what else is in here? I don't think there was anything else in here of any significance. But this is clearly a deck that I constructed. And 2 Pick a Treasures. That's odd. 1 maybe, but so then we got 4 Beowulfs. That's odd. Galahad is great. Yeah, so this is just an odd deck. But then I got a gold market. I'm like, oh, wait a second. So that's gonna be another chameleon card. And then I've got the ones that I want more of, and I've already gotten a ton of Whirlpool, but now I got more Whirlpool. And then I got a high winds in here. I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. And then that's it. I was like, what in the world? So that was the biggest surprise so far, unless there's something in here of significance. Now, I'm going to take the time to go show you guys all the cards in here. So this is going to be a long video, which you've already saw that it was going to be a long video. Another odd thing that I did here, every 30 cards, let me get to it, or maybe I didn't do it here. It flipped. I flipped them over. Oh, I didn't do it here. Eventually, I do it. Every 30 cards, I flip them around, and I'm like, why did I do that? I'll show you. We'll get to it. But I'm just going to go through these so you can see what's in here, and it's very a lot of commons. Simple Huts. I don't remember that card, but then when I read it, I kind of remembered. I'm like, oh, Simple Huts, and I remember this guy. I remember the Spirit Wars because I thought they were neat looking cards. I love the red little flecks all over the place. And then we've got this guy, which was kind of neat. And the Tory tattoo, okay, Luring Tactics, not bad. I don't remember if any of these are really all that good. So I thought, ooh, could this be a rare? No, it's not. New Kimono. Shurikens, neat looking card though. I don't like the generic borders, but I like some of the look of some of these cards. But compare these to Battle at Baden Pass. I mean, it's night and day. But these are still cool. So I don't know who this is. Oh, I'm sorry, Weapon. I don't know what that is. I've seen that. I remember him. Kind of neat. I don't have any, but I don't need them. Old Debts. I remember that card. Undead Legion. That's neat. Crab Tattoo. Moto Technique. So if anybody sees anything in here that you specifically want, you can leave a comment and I'll see what I can do. But otherwise, I think I'm just going to include these in my drawings. And everybody who wins a drawing will get like, I don't know, 20, 30 of these cards. I'll do individual, one copy of each. And I might do more than 30. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm just going to think about it. If any of you guys have suggestions, hey, how about you? Why don't you do this, or why don't you do that? Or I don't know why anybody would want to buy all these off of me. That costs a lot to ship. It would probably cost $25 just to ship it, but I don't know. I'm not really sure. But let me think about it. So I don't remember these. Oni Spawn. I remember him. Isn't this the one where they have no, it doesn't have the new ability, Woo, I think was the ability called. I think it's called Woo or something like that. Now that's an odd looking art. Is that like kind of a cheaper art? Like these aren't nearly as good as, what they used to be. I really don't know. Poorly Placed Garden. I remember that card. Is that a valuable card? I don't know. The East Wall, the North Wall. And then we've got these, just a few events. Clay Soldiers, Old Debts again. Lots of duplicates in here. My goodness. Spearmen, Spirit Hounds. Spirit Hounds is neat. And then this guy, I remember this guy. Kind of cool. All right, so then we've got that Merchant. That's an interesting looking card. Okay. Let's go to the next group. Now see, now it's facing the other way. Every 30 cards, I flip them around. I don't know why. Maybe I was going to sell them in lots of 30. I have no clue why I did this. So here's some Naga. That guy's neat. Is that a rare? I don't know. I'm going to have to look some of these up. So here's where it flips. So we'll go like this. And we'll do 30 at a time, and I'll just keep them flipped back. Because maybe I'll figure out why I have them like this. I might want to keep them. I don't think so. I'm sure I'm not going to keep these. Because I really don't care about the generic borders. So interesting card there. Warrior. This is going to be a long video, but so what? Warriors of the Great Climb. You can look at these with me. Because like I said, I haven't looked at these yet. No clue what's in there. And you can tell me if there's a valuable card in here. Hey, I'd look that one up on Play CCG if I were you. Just let me know. I don't think that guy's a rare. I know he's not. That's a neat looking card. I don't know. any of these. When I see one copy, I always wonder, it's like, oh, could that be? But, you know, probably not. All right. Hida, Kuroda, Kuan. And we go into Unicorn Cards. And then Phoenix. And then Monk. And then there's a house. I know that's worth some money. Oops, I was a little off camera, wasn't I? Well, you know. Ah, yes, the Fox Spirit. I remember that card, and I remember these rattlings. I remember that guy. Okay, so we'll put them there. I don't think I need to even worry about the way they're facing. I no clue why I did this. I clearly did more than 30 this time. Oh, yeah, that's more than 30. All right, let's see what's in here. I'll try to go fast, but not so fast that you can't see. That's a cool card. I don't think it's worth anything. More Simple Huts. Yeah, lots of, yeah, see, this is not rare. There's just no way. Can't be. The only possible rares would be like if I have one or maybe just two. Two is probably just uncommon. I'm just going to put them back this way. I'm not going to worry about the way they're facing at all. Let's do this. Master Smith Ascends. Soul Sword. Back Banner. Iron Mempo. Nagiyari. I assume that's how you say that. New Kimono. That's a neat looking card. Devastation of Biden Pass, several of those. Naganatas and Nodachis. Yeah, see, these have got to be common, right? Pretty much. I'm sure there's plenty of uncommon too. Yeah, I'm just gonna flip them. It can't matter. Dark Secrets, Mara's Farewell, Scholarship, Through the Flames. Tori Tattoo. Notice I'm getting 3, 3, 3, 3. So clearly I was organizing these for something. Weapons Cache. But then, like, maybe these were just got stuck in by accident. No longer 3. So I'm not sure what's going on. Bronze Lantern. Is that a rare? Not sure. Is that a rare? Honorable? Okay. Let's see what else is here. Lay the Blame. More of Mara's Farewell. Personal Sacrifice. Sign of Weakness. 3 Stone River, Tori Tattoo, Charge, Fallen Ground, Last Gift, Let the Spirit Move You, Nightmare, Scholarship, Temptation, Through the Flames. Is that a rare? Maybe. Weapons Cache, I'm guessing that's not, but I don't know. If you guys know, I mean, I'm going to, when I see just like a single copy or 2 copies, I'm going to look it up on PlayCCG. I should pull them to the side now. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just pull them out of here next time I run into something that might be a rare. Because obviously these aren't. They can't be. Because there's no way, and I know Mara's Farewell isn't, and I know those aren't. So Through the Flames, oh, so it's not. Because there's 2 more. So that's not a rare. Watch somebody say, yes, it is. You got 3 of them, and they're worth $10 each. That would be hilarious. Yeah, it is. It seems like everything here was commons and uncommons, but I'm thinking there has to be a rare or 2. Like Interruption, there's only 2 copies, but probably not. Probably not. What is going on with my camera's acting weird? At least from my angle, it was acting weird. Yeah, plenty of these cards. Okay. Battle of Drowned Honor. Quiet Winds. Counterattack, but no, it's not worth anything. None of these appear to be worth anything of any significance. I mean, maybe that one. Let's see if there's more. I'll pull the ones where there's only one, and if more come up, then I'll know not to bother. Like Personal Sacrifice. Rallying Cry is worth something, but I'm sure these aren't worth nearly as much as like the Imperial. All right, so those are nothing. And And then I have this white thing separating, and I don't know why. Maybe that's where I stopped going through them. Like, see, you can see everything's organized here. And then it's not. Hitomi's Glare. Nope. Don't think that's worth anything. It'd be nice to have some valuable cards that I can include in the drawings, too. It'd be nice to have that. So Lay the Blame, I don't think so, but I'll just put it to the side for now. Trading Grounds. Training Dojo. Oh boy, Jadeworks. I don't think Kabuki Theater Troupe is worth anything, right? But I'll check. Blazing Sun. Never heard of it, so I want to look that one up. In Light of Darkness, I know Hurricane is okay. In Light of Darkness, In Time of War, I don't know. Reign of Emeralds, got me. I don't think that's worth anything. The Shogun's Fealties, probably not. Suspicions, I think, was a cool card for a while. I'm guessing it's only like $1 or $2. But I'll take a look. All of these, I don't know. Maybe they're, I know Unexpected Allies is no big deal, except for the Imperial version. The Imperial version's worth like $2 or $3. While the Empire Watches, well, I'll let that go because there's 2 of them. Doubt there's anything here. Port, Hawks and Falcons, Dragon's Strength. Sure, let's take a look at that. Firestorm Legion. Maybe it's an uncommon if I had to guess. A Desperate Act. Sure, I'll take a look at that. All right, training exercises. Nah. Ambush Strategist. I'm going to say no, probably not. Ashigaru Hordes. Well, there's only one, so I'll pull it for now, unless I see more. Bayushi Ambushers. Diplomatic Apprentice. Plenty of those. More Firestorm Legions. Fortified Infantry. Oturi's Blade. Imperial Honor Guard. I don't think that's worth anything, but I'll take a look. I don't think it is. Could be a cheap rare. Lion Warcats. Medium Infantry. Mujina Gang. Ronin at the Wall. Okay. Sailors for Hire. I'm sure that's not worth anything. Shrieking Mujina. See, I don't remember that card. Don't remember it at all. Strong Guard. Yeah, don't remember. Tons of Superior Tactics. Hawks and Falcons. Sanjuro. Is he worth anything? I doubt it. I'll take a look at him. I'm sure he's not. But since he's the only one here, Death Seeker Technique. Okay, I'm just curious. I got to look that up. Caillou Siege Engine. I doubt it, but I'll take a look. And when there's only one copy, and if no others show up, I might as well look it up, right? There's no reason to look up multiple copies. There's no reason to look that card up. No reason to look that up. Maybe that. Maybe that. It's possible. So I'm going to let that one go. Hunter? Nope. Light Cavalry, Light Infantry. See, why do they get the tone of the paint, the color of the card faded out or was different at times? Wonder what caused that. Curious. Moto Fanatics. Moto Steed. Yeah, these aren't the best looking cards. At least I don't think they're all that great looking. Scout, Spearman, Tainted Bushi, Untested Troops. Well, it's the only one, so I'll take a look at it. Veteran Bushi. Nagabushi, that's nothing. Moto Chargers. I doubt that's anything, but we'll take a look. Naga Bowman, Naga Guard, Pearl Magic. I know all those cards. Ryosei, Port, Pearl Divers, Pearl Bed. I was hoping Deep Forest was in here. So far, it's not. So I was like, I wanted that. I'm looking for Deep Forest to put in my Naga deck. But that goes for, that's like $7 on Play CCG. Command of the Kamai. I don't think so, but I'll take a look. None of these are worth anything. Refugees is a good card. Refugees is a cool card. I like that card. I like the design of it. I like that your opponent gets something. It's just, I like cards that do things like that, and yet you still want to play it. Like this guy, I don't know. Is that a rare? He might be. So I'm going to take a look. I have to go back and pull the other ones. The Damned. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of these cards. But, I mean, if I have them and I was playing, I'd certainly use them in decks, but I don't need them. I don't have any other decks that I want to build. I have more decks than I need, and I have my starter decks that I like. I have some starter decks that I'm going to, more starter decks that I'm going to give away. I'll show them possibly in the next weekend's video. Skeletal Troops. See, these are not nearly as good looking as the originals. It's night and day. And I'm guessing that's not worth anything, but I'm going to look it up anyway. And he's not. Otherwise, I would. All right. Night and day. And I don't think that's worth anything. It's probably not, but it's the only one, so I'll take a look. Moto Chargers. Nagamaki. Oh no, there's more, so we won't bother. All right, Naganada, Naga da 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 da. And now you can see again they're alphabetical. So now we're in the O's, writing, spyglass. Everything was alphabetical. So I was going through these for whatever reason. Now we're back to the holdings, but no Deep Forest. The Caillou Forge. I doubt it's a rare, but I'll take a look. The Kabuni Port. I'll take a look at that. I don't think it's worth anything, but I'll take a look. Pearl Divers. See, the original's way better looking. Plum Tree Training Ground. Okay. Port. Provision Storehouse. Roaming Caravan. Well, it's the only one. I'll take a look at it. It's probably an uncommon, would be my guess. And it's probably worth 50 cents to $1. That's my guess. Same with him. Shrine of the Dragon Champions. Silk Farm. Silk Works. Silver Mine. Stables. Storehouses. Nah, I don't think that's worth anything. I think I remember that not being worth anything. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong about any of it, say, oh no, you were wrong about that card. Just go check that one. All right. Temple of the Bishaman, I think is how you pronounce that. I don't think these are... there's the U ability, U3. I thought that was a neat ability that they came up with. Zombie Troops. Yeah, nothing here. Nothing here. But if you like playing with, making decks with these cards, these could be a nice addition. I'm going to guess that's nothing much, but I'll take a look. That Jade Bow looks kind of cool, but I still prefer the original one. Feathers, okay, and where are the last ones here? Blackened Claws, Blade, Brilliant Armor. All right, I'll take a look at that. Chime of Harmony. Die, Suchi. That's how I like to say it. Die, Suchi. Heavy Armor. I don't think so, but I want to see if it's a rare. And is that possibly an uncommon and my father's weapon? I'm going to take a look at him. Why not? I enjoy looking at cards on Play CCG. Now I'm going to just go back through and see if there's anything I want to pull, and then we'll look through the other side. I'm just going to pause the video. All right, so the cards that I pulled that I'm going to check, and I'm sure most of these are uncommon. I'm going to take a look at that one possibly. I don't think these are, but maybe, because there were only one. I think Poorly Placed Garden might be worth something, but I don't think it's worth a lot. And I don't know about the East Wall, North Wall, Birth of the Sword. That one probably not, and I know there's more Shrine of the Evening Star, so I don't think it's worth anything, but I just want to look it up out of curiosity. All right, so I went to this pile and started, like I said, I started this right here. And I'm like, why do I have these in this plastic? I'm like, oh my God, are these like the rares? And I thought, well, this could be, so I'm definitely going to look that one up. Purusha's not. I think Purusha's a busted card, though. I want to see if it's worth anything. I'm sure it's not. And then the Ring of Water, okay. Is he any good? I don't know. Shallow Graves, maybe these are all rares, and the Wind's Truth is good, but it's not worth anything. And I never saw this card. I only learned about this card when I was at Gen Con, and I saw this guy playing, and he was using corrupted holdings, and he's playing like and he's not playing Shadowlands. And I asked him why he played that. He goes, "Oh, I can just redirect the honor loss with the Wind's Truth." I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I'm like, but what if you don't have that in your hand? But he just played all the fast stuff. He didn't care. So Return to Myth, no clue. I'll check it. I'll check that one, no clue. Test of the Emerald Champion could be worth something. That could be worth something. I doubt 20 Goblin Winter, but I'm going to take a look because these are all, these are all unique cards. So I'm going to look. I know Touch of Death is cool, but I know it's not worth anything significant. And I know most of these are not worth anything significant. Kuro's Fire, no clue. Never saw this card before. Well, I've seen it before, but I don't remember it. Firestorm Legion. I don't think that card is any good, but I want to look it up. The Imperial Honor Guard. I think I already pulled that, but I'll pull another one. Yeah, all of these are kind of unique, aren't they? The Phoenix Library is neat. Okay. But the rings, no big deal here. Temple of the Dragon. I'm guessing that's nothing. Yeah, there's no way. Fantastic Garden. These guys are cool, but I don't think any of them are worth money. He looks kind of neat, but I'm just going to guess nothing. Yeah, well, clearly nothing to worry about there. These are common. Is that guy? Nah, there's no way. Crippled Bone. He is unique, so I'll give him a look. See what he's worth. Blazing Sun, In Light of Darkness, In Time of War, While the Empire Watches. Gotta look those up. Farmlands, Mapped Region, Rattling Village. I don't think that's worth anything, but, let's take a look. I don't think that's worth anything, but I'm going to take a look. Got a lot to look up here. Mining Foreman. Retired Sohei. Yeah, I think I already pulled that, and I don't think I need to. Friendly Traveler Village, the Hiromo. All right, small farms. Okay, so those were 57 cards, 20 rattlings. Now let's look at the 42 Mantis cards. Anything here of value? That's an interesting sounding card. Oh, but no, I'm not going to bother. I'll take a look at that. Worth 9, and it's a single copy. See what it's worth. That's a big one, so maybe he's worth a couple bucks. Who knows? Anything that's worth a couple bucks, I'm going to put in my giveaway pile for my drawings. I don't think any of these are going to go in my Mantis deck. I don't think so. I don't see why I'd want them. But they're neat. My God, I've got 100 Jade Works? I think I have 100 Jade. It's just ridiculous. Kabuki Theater Troupe. Neat name for a card, I thought. Connecting Walls. Yep, I remember Pitch and Fire. All right, so I don't think those are Mantis cards. I don't think those qualify, but whatever. The Wandering Monk. Neat. Oh, look, more Jade Works. God, small farms and Jade Works. I could make. I don't know what I could make with all of those cards. Put them all together and post them on a wall. Just fill the wall. There's so many of them. A Matter of Pride. No clue. All right, another Blazing Sun, so that's clearly not rare. Imperial Funeral. I wonder if that one's worth anything. Probably not. In Light of Darkness. In Time of War again, so yeah. Reign of Emeralds. Curious. Is that all the only one? Yeah. Unexpected Allies. While the Empire Watches. We'll take a look at that too. Might as well. All right. So here's, these are all red cards. I don't know if you can see that. Everything here are red cards until the very end, and it looks like holdings and fortifications and things. So you tell me. The Endless, well, I'm not going to, well, maybe I'll pull this one. Dirty Scum. I just don't think it's worth anything. At least they're in alphabetical. Chasing Osano, City of the Lost, Come One at a Time, Command, Company You Keep, Concede Defeat. Sure, there's one copy. Let's pull it. You know, Dirty Scum too. There's only one copy. I might as well take a look at it. It might be worth $1 or $2, right? Cut Them Off. Sure. Pull that one. The Enemy You Deserve. Counterattack. Dead Eyes. Deeds Not Words. Might be worth something. Defend Your Honor. Well, there's only one copy, so I'll do it. Charge. Command Group. Confusion at Court is always a good card. Contentious Terrain. Corrupted Ground. I know that's not worth much. I'll look it up. I'm sure it's not worth much. Defensive Duty. Create Oh no, I thought it said create. Crane Tattoo. Dragon Tattoo. Hummingbird Tattoo. Spider Tattoo. Wasp Tattoo. All right, I've got to look those up. Right? I've got to look those up. Stand as Stone. And since I see more, we won't bother. Death Seeker Technique. That one's common, so I won't bother. Dharma Technique, sure. Hitomi clearly is not. One copy of Nezumi, so I'll check that one. Shiba Technique. Shinjo Technique. So lots of technique cards. Investigation might be worth something. The Power of Nothing. Now we're Defend Yourself. I don't think so. But take a look. Contentious Terrain, Deadly Ground, Defensive Duty, Destiny Has No Secrets. Is that... I don't know. Maybe that is. Maybe that's a good card. It looks kind of powerful, so... Sounded kind of powerful. Versionary Tactics, Double Chi, Encircled Terrain, Trapping Terrain. Face of Nanubi. Got me. Facing Your Devils. I think that's a good card if I remember right, so I'm going to look that one up. Again, though, it's the old versions that are worth more. These are probably not worth as much. Raise the Dead. I'm curious. Shinsei's Smile. I'm curious. Delicate Calculations. I don't think so. Divide and Conquer. Maybe. I see there's only one copy of that. Dying Effort. Elemental Shock. Ever-Present Fear. Sure. Take a look. Charge. Command Group. You know, I could make a video of me looking up the value of cards on PlayCCG. I'm guessing that would not be an enjoyable video. But if it would be, I will do that. If that's something, yeah, we'd like to watch you do that. Okay, I'll do it. I don't know if that would, I don't know if that would be something you'd want to watch, but if it is, then I'll do it. The Emperor's Left Hand, the Emperor's Right Hand. Enough talk. The Face of Fear. Pretty sure that's not valuable, but there's only one copy, so I'm gonna check. The Fall on Your Knees. That sounds familiar. Like I've seen that card before. Or heard of it. Family Tactics. Fight to the Setting Sun. All right, take a look. Fist of the Earth for the Empire. Freezing the Lifeblood. Yeah, that's probably uncommon. Frontal Assault. Gift of the Water Dragon. Gift of the Wind. The Great Climb. Hasty Exploitation. He's mine. All right. We're getting there. Show of Strength. Sure. Take a look at one. Will of Earth. Okay. False Alliance. Finding the Harmony. Flattery. For the Empire. Frenzy. Circle Terrain. Family Tactics. Fist of the Earth. Frontal Assault. Gift of the Wind. I don't think so, but didn't I already look at the Great Climb? Yeah, well, there's a whole bunch of them, so... Hasty Exploitation. All right. High Morale. Hitsudo. Honor's Cost. No clue. Honor's Gift. No clue. We'll check them. Jatsu Art probably isn't... I know that's a valuable card in the Imperial version. I don't think it's worth anything at this stage of the game. Imperial Edicts, maybe. Word of the Wolf. Inside Agent. Interesting Sticks. That's a cool name for a card. I like that. Judgment of Toshikin. Okay, we'll check it. Kanika's Strength we'll check. Karmic Strike. Knife in the Darkness. Boy, imagine having to keep coming up with new names late in the game like this. It's like they had to come up with all these new cards. That had to be a hard thing to do for a company. All right, I'll check those too. The Jaws of Defeat, the Jaws of Victory, Kazido, tons of Kazido. Oh, not in this, okay. Kokoro, Lies. All right, take a look. Low Morale. Loyal Yojimbo, Meditation, Mizudo. Murder in the Streets, Mushin. I remember Mushin. I can't imagine how much work must go into making a new set of cards. Like what Magic is doing now. If you follow Magic, their set is really popular. And I was looking at it, I'm like, yeah, and it's also overpowered and it's ridiculous, but I understand the excitement over it. It's looks like a very well put together set. Lies, Lies, Lies. I know that was worth something at one time. Logistics Problem. Lost Glories. No clue. Stumbling on my words here. Low Morale. Narrow Ground. It's got to be awkward when you open new sets of cards too, and it's like, oh yeah, all these cards still exist, but Magic does that as well. They'll repeat cards all the time. But do you really want more of those cards? See, that's the thing about collecting cards when I got out of it after a while, because it's like all these common cards drove me crazy. I don't want them. I wish somebody would make a set where everything was uncommon or rare, so you wouldn't get tons of cards. Now you'd have to have a big set of cards to make that work. If you put out a 500 card set, there'd be nothing common in it because there's 500 cards. So you'd have uncommon and rare, and I think that would be more interesting. And I wouldn't get all of these multiple copies of cards that I just don't care about, nor do I want. I don't need 30 Jadeworks in my collection, let alone 300. I can imagine some people, how many they must have. And it just gets absurd after a while. But Magic is making hundreds of millions of dollars, making new cards all the time, all over the entire world. So, you know, it's working. Ninja Thief, probably not worth anything. No Hiding Place, probably not worth anything. What was that other one? Oh, Oath of Fealty, yeah. Outmaneuvered by Force. Overconfidence. Poisoned. Cool. Political Distraction. We'll take a look at that one. Power. So as opposed to Strength of Purity. Okay. Sure. Prepared for the Enemy. I mean, how many ways can you design a card? You know, there's only so many things that these cards can do. Yet Magic continues to make things. Magic has a setup where they can just keep creating all kinds of powerful creatures with crazy abilities. They can just do it forever, and they've proven that. They can just keep going. So even with all the mistakes they've made and all the people they've pissed off, they're still doing just fine. It's like, wow. But I stopped. I got off of Arena. I got tired of Arena. Arena was fun, but the monthly reset just killed it for me. After about the 5th time, I said, why am I doing this? Why do I continue to play this ridiculous game that resets every single month? What am I doing? And I just quit. And I have not missed it one bit. I have more time on my hands to do other things that I want to do. And it's just better to get things out of your life like that are just taking up time, and you when you start to wonder why you're doing it, that's kind of a sign that you need to stop doing it. Like, why do I continue to play on Arena? Sure, it's fun, but it's just going to reset, so everything I achieved in the previous month goes away. What am I doing? It was ridiculous. If they would have just had an ongoing ranking, I'd probably still be playing Magic on Arena, and you guys probably wouldn't have been seeing these videos. Because it was all that time that I had to make me start doing something else, to make me start thinking. All right, I don't think that's anything, but I've never seen these cards, so I'm going to take a look. Shame is interesting, but I'm sure these aren't worth anything. Single Combat. I don't know. I'll check it. Slander, I don't know. Smoke and Mirrors, I remember that card from way back. That's a cool card. My friend would use that against me a lot when we played L5R on weekends. Spirits and Steel. Okay, reserve formation. I'll take a look. Anyone else not familiar with these cards, by the way? Because like I don't know what set these are from. I only know the Spirit Wars because they're very easy to recognize, but no clue where these came from. No clue. Strategic Crossroad. Street to Street. Strength of My Ancestors. Strength of Purity. Another version of Strength of Purity. Strike of Flowing Water. All right. I doubt it's worth anything, but we'll take a look. Speed of the Waterfall. Supply Lines. Reserve Formation. Well, at least they came up with something new. Surrender. Sure, we'll take a look. So Swamp Marsh. They said March. Those Who Stand Alone. All right. Could be worth something. Tides of Battle. Rallying Cry, Refugees, Stand Firm, Stand Your Ground, Standing Tall, Strength of My Ancestors, Superior Tactics, Suspended Terrain, Test of Might. Thunder of the Earth, Touching the Void. Doubt that's worth anything. Pretty sure it's not, but I'll take a look. Oh, that was a lot. Lot number 46. Okay. So Ruchi's Flame. Okay, it's the only copy, so I'll take a look at that one. And I actually enjoy looking up cards on Play CCG. I like doing it. It's kind of neat. It's like I'm doing research, you know. It feels good to just sit there and look up some of these cards, especially when I find one that's worth like, you know, $5 or more. Just because, oh, look at that. That's worth money. Hey. And now I'm doing it to see if there's anything I should put in drawings. So that's fun. All right. So, wow. City of Living Flame. I think that's a common. I'm just going to go on a limb there. All right. City of Loyalty. I grabbed a little too many cards from my hand. Okay. City of Tears. Jeez. City of White Clouds. All right. Kolot Chambers. Let's put those down. Kolot Chambers. Dakosho, I think is how you pronounce that. Elder Goju. Or Goju. Flameseeker. Ninja. Oh, God. Ninja Spy is still in the game. Really. Builders. House of Contracts. That actually had some value. But there's 3 of them. Then I don't think it's worth much. I want to see what it's worth, though. So I'm going to pull one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't have any value at all. Oh, there's a house card. Kyuden Hida. All right. Any valuable cards here? Dun, dun, dun. I don't think so. He can't be worth anything, right? There's nothing. Well, he's got a couple abilities. I'll take a look at it just to see. Yeah, he's not. That's not worth anything. That's not worth anything. That's not worth anything. Nothing. Oh, there's 1 copy, and you need 6 honor to bring him in. Yeah, take a look. And that's it. All right. So that is what I found in my closet. So pretty cool, huh? Hope you enjoyed watching this. I'm going to probably go look up the value of these cards on Play CCG now. So I won't be making a video about that, but if anybody would like me to do that in the future, and if I have cards that I can look up, I will do so. And as far as Wyvern, I will be giving these Chameleon cards and these Phoenix cards away, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. Oh, but I did write on the bottom, custom starter, so I did customize these starter decks from way back when. Who knows how long ago. All right, I'll talk to you all later, and I look forward to next weekend's drawings for more winners. Should be fun. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.